are many, many, many fewer female bullies than there are males. Does anyone agree with that statement? It's equal opportunity. It's one of the few places we finally really made it with equal opportunity. And that's a sad, sad statement. In the executive suite, there are more male bullies than there are female bullies, and that's simply because there are more males. So I'm going to put in a plug here. Over the last couple years, and where I come from in operations and pharmaceuticals and those sort of things, there are certainly historically many more males. So my campaign over the last few years have been that I want people to stop talking about male-dominated industry, and ladies, we're going to start calling it male-saturated industries from now on, and do it and look at it that way. And the problem is, and because there are fewer women who have made it to that level, and if it's a woman who's a bully at a C-suite or executive level in a company, what often happens to other women, if they complain about that behavior, is they're not viewed as a victim, but rather they're told, Suzanne, maybe you better toughen up. Look at how much Judith has done. Do you think that she got there by whining and complaining? You need to toughen up. You need to be more like that. Anybody ever seen behavior like that? Anyone ever been around a woman like that? Surely not at a university. No. Then there's another problem, and in universities you don't turn profits, although you have to do that more and more, don't you now? And talk about that, but certainly in corporations always. The rainmakers, and we see this in people in high-level business development, in sales. We do a lot of work with very large professional service firms and law firms. You would never see this with attorneys, would you? Never heard of this, have you? No. I sat with an attorney not long ago, and he said, you know, one of the problems is everybody talks about, and they think that physicians think about themselves as God. And I said, yeah, I've run into that. He said, but that's not the truth. They're just mechanics. Attorneys are the ones that are really God. And so you have those people who are rainmakers, and they bring the business into corporations, and they bring the ideas in. They have the new things, the new innovations, the things that have raised their organization, their company, their university, dare I say that, or something head and shoulders above the rest, and they're the rainmakers or the brilliant, you know what, and say, you know, Bill is just, he's terrible when he's in here. But you know he's brilliant. That's just the way Bill is. Often it's people who are out facing the public, and in facing the public, they do terrific work for an organization, and they bring things back. But inside the organization, they're not. And they're allowed to get away with it. And they've been allowed to get away with it for a long time. And until we get to the place, and there is writing now finally about don't employ jerks, and people that are allowed to get away with that, sat with a woman who it was finally had gotten so bad and with complaints that they were addressing her bullying behavior. She said, I don't see what the problem is here. I don't understand why I have to do this. I don't get it. I said, well, let me help you get it a little bit. Perhaps it's when you come back in and the women who are working in the organization, the association, that you say it's no wonder that you can't get your work done and it takes you so long and you're so slow because look how fat you all are. And you dress like you're going to a bowling alley. She said, well, it's the truth. I said, well, we need to talk about this. And she said, I still don't see the problem. They know I'm a bitch. I tell them that. They know it. So it's their